Hey everyone, I'm Elena, Urusova, former Counter-Strike 1.6 world champion. So here we have a CS mansion recreated in a city of Chekhov in Russia, where we're going to play Airsoft. That's an exhibition game between the champions of the first season of BattleArena, South Park, and Team Snegiri, the champions of the second season of BattleArena. So it's a 5-on-5 match. One team is a terrorist team. They're going to be holding a hostage inside the mansion, and the second team is a counter-terrorist team. They're going to have 5 people attacking the building, and they will also have a shield to back them up. And as well, they will have 1 respawn each, unlike the terrorist team. So that effectively doubles the amount of lives that the counter-terrorist team has when they're advancing on the mansion. Okay, so South Park. They're gonna be attacking first, and we're about to start this. Okay, as always, here with me in the studio, commentating for your pleasure, is my good friend Tim Kirby.
And thank you, Shawn Gizatulin, for the lovely introduction. It's wonderful to be back. I'll tell you one thing, those slums in Indonesia, that's one hell of an adventure, Shawn. All right, round 1.
Okay, Team Snegiri is defending for round 1.
Oh, look at that aggression. Udav moving into the corridor from the safety of the house. That might be a mistake.
Ooh, already 1 man down for South Park. So they're down 1 respawn. That's not off to a very good start with South Park. Less than 30 seconds on the clock, already 1 man down.
But no, the grenade went off. He's behind the shield. He's okay. But this is interesting. I have yet to see in our league spawn trapping, and that's what Udav is trying to do right now.
Ragnar is down, so there's 1 less respawn. And in order to respawn, they have to go back to the starting position behind the outer wall of the mansion. So if you played Counter-Strike back in the day, you know what I'm talking about.
And one just happened. And audience, you probably heard the noise, which means they're back in business.
Okay, so we're back in equilibrium, 5-on-5. But then again, you know, even without any additional respawns for the defending terrorist team, it's still a lot easier to defend this house because it's essentially a fortress. Okay, grenade out. Almost went into the tunnel and killed the shield. Oh, he messed up a little bit. It messed up a little bit. That was a grenade.
And for those of you with keen hearing, there's some fine Russian vulgarity in the background of that terrible throw.
But isn't there always?
Yeah, so far we've got 3 grenades thrown into that one little corridor, but it hasn't done anything.
Non-hit so far. So it looks like this window is either cursed or something like that.
Now, Shawn, you're a bit of an expert as a man who used to play strike ball as the shield bearer.
Yes.
Now, what is this guy doing?
1 man down for Snegiri. 1 man down for Snegiri.
Look at the distance. That was
that was a great shot. That
40-meter shot through 2 windows. Very nice.
Yeah.
But back to what I was saying, Shawn. As a shield bearer, in this circumstance, would you push out or would you try to stay there and maybe chip away?
Well, look, I mean, first of all, you know, using your secondary weapon and your shield when you're not actively advancing inside a building is actually a pretty dumb idea. What you need to do is have another one of your teammates shoot over you, you know, and he's going to be the one to take the targets out. You're just there to take the hits and attract attention. So whatever he's doing with that pistol is just he's getting in the way. See, and that's what got Doob killed just now.
Yeah, and
so
apparently
1 less spawn for South Park.
And one thing that people don't realize is holding a shield.
Wow, Ragnar down.
Oh man, he wasn't paying attention. He could have easily gotten out of the way of that, to be honest. One thing people don't realize is holding a shield up over time makes you tired. It wears you down, and I can see that shield is sitting on the ground. It's sitting on the ground, and that's why Doob got the bullet to the chest.
Very true. That's why you need to use both of your hands, you know, both your arms to hold the shield in place, and you need the other teammate to back you up and shoot over you or around the shield, you know, something like that.
And this isn't Viking time, so we can press the shield to our body while we're waiting, which also takes some of the weight off.
That's very true. That's very true. Okay, so Doob is back in the action. He just respawned. They're down 4 spawns, and they got 3 active players in the game.
And I'd like to remind the audience that each round is 7 minutes, so we're nearing the halfway point.
Yep. Oh, Kenny's doing something really stupid. Kenny just got himself shot. Why would you do something like this? You're all alone. Why would you rush inside the building with no cover provided by your teammates? It's just asking for a bullet.
A 1-man charge did not succeed.
So no more respawns left for South Park. 4 versus... Wow! Scratch that. 1 versus 4. Not looking pretty for South Park.
No, and this
is it.
That's the return favor. We saw that massive shot that went about 40 yards from that little building, the guardhouse.
Yep.
Took it back to the guardhouse through multiple windows.
One less spawn for South Park, one less try.
And I'd like to say, Shawn, as you see, every season the quality of the athletes gets better. In the first season, they wouldn't have made those shots.
Yeah,
very nice.
True. That's very true. They're shooting better. They're moving better. You know, they're not as quickly out of breath as before.
And Igoryan has respawned.
Okay.
Kenny is also back, and he's probably ready to commit suicide again.
These are the two last players that can use. Kenny's doing the same thing again.
Infantry charge.
Okay, no, whoops, sorry about that.
No, not a charge.
He's trying to go around, okay, using both his hands. Gangsta-style pistol.
This shows the challenge of the scenario, Shawn, where you're trying to break in there.
Kenny! Kenny just got shot himself in the back. See, that's why you need a buddy to back you up, because you don't have eyes on your back. No. You cannot look 360 degrees. You're not a pigeon. You know, pigeons can do that. Pigeons actually can do 360. They can. So maybe we need to.
But also, Shawn, pigeons can fly up. Oh, look at that, moving in.
With the shield, it's really hard, you know, moving and shooting.
Maybe you should have spent 3 minutes standing there, and maybe should have moved in with the shield from the beginning.
Very true.
2 minutes left.
But I just don't see Igoryan, even with the shield, taking out three fellas inside.
We have corpse cam here as he's looking. No, changed his mind. Back down. Interesting.
This is going to be really hard. Walking backwards with the shield is not something you want to be doing in this kind of situation. When you're going downstairs, you can just easily trip down and, you know, fall down. It's not good.
And this is why in action movies they never have Schwarzenegger run backwards, because it's actually much harder to do than it would seem.
Oh, man, he's so exposed. Oh,
my God.
Oh, side shot. He's got shot from the side. Okay, this is it. Round one goes to Snegiri. Snegiri, champions of the second season of Battlearena. Surprisingly, they did lose to South Park in the first season, and now they're both champions. So according to our rules, if you win the season, you skip the next one. So just as a reminder, this is an exhibition match, but they will meet in actual combat in season 3.
Yes, of course. How can you not have the two champions compete? Of course. And the interesting thing about the last round is they were actually able to penetrate the house. So they at least got to the house.
They got to the house.
I was expecting a little bit worse. This is a tough scenario.
They whittled Snegiri down to 3 players. That's quite an achievement. Okay, now the team swap positions. So Snegiri will attack while South Park will defend the mansion. Man, this certainly brings back memories. I used to play Counter-Strike so much when I was in high school, and CS Mansion was of my favorite maps of all times, you know, when playing Counter-Strike.
I played the original Counter-Strike. You know, I used to live in Kazakhstan in a village, and in the village school they had computers, and of course, on every computer there was Counter-Strike. So when you were kind of bored,
grenade out versus the tunnel. But again, what a bad throw.
Yeah, I don't even think the grenade went off. I think it was a dud.
Maybe
another grenade. No, wait.
No, what? I think he hit the window frame there.
Yeah, I think he hit the frame throwing. This is another one of those things where it always seems so easy. It's just like throwing a ball, but when you're under pressure...
not a grenade out.
Nothing.
Yeah, uneventful.
Look at that return.
Grenade. Oh my God, that one actually went over the shield.
What a brilliant throw.
Man, we just witnessed like, what, 6 or 7 grenades go through that window to no effect, and then this one takes out 2 players instantly.
Sometimes there's a little thing called luck, Shawn.
Yeah, and so -2 respawns for Snegiri here.
Yeah, we should remind the audience that each member of the attacking team gets 1 respawn.
Yeah, counter-terrorists got 1 respawn each, while terrorists got none. But they got a beautiful mansion to defend.
When you're walking outside in the bright light, attacking a house that's completely dark on the inside, you're going to need those respawns.
That's fair.
Visually, this is very tough for the attackers.
Okay, Snegiri all respawned, ready to go. See, they're doing the smart thing. They're not pressing onto the mansion when they don't have the full team. Ready. They're split into 2 little teams. Okay, so as you can see, they're not attacking when they don't have the full strength of the team behind them. They got 2 little teams the shield team, which is going through the side tunnel, with Udaf become the team's captain. Oh, that was a beautiful shot by Udaf.
I don't even know how that was possible. The shot must have hooked. I don't even know how he did it.
He probably hit the very top of Kenny's helmet. So now South Park down to 4 players is gonna make things a little bit easier for Snegiri, but not by a whole lot because this is still a fortress with 4 people inside it.
And that's exactly why the reason why this is a match about coordination, and they should really be simultaneously attacking. Because when the guys now can put their full force, their full attention on one point, it's hopeless.
It is hopeless indeed. So coordination, I think it's even more important for the attacking team than for the defending team in this kind of situation because basically you can just assign a player to each one of the important windows that are out there on the mansion. That's it. You don't really need much more than that to be effective at defending the place. But when you're attacking, you need to know exactly what each one of your players is doing. Okay, that was a...
Oh, they actually made it.
Shot. Almost hit, almost connected.
Made it through the crack. Very nice.
Very narrow opening there. It's a lot easier for South Park player here, the green one, shooting through it, rather than for the attacking team to shoot inside that little opening. It's really narrow. Okay, Ragnar on...
we are at the halfway mark.
Yep. Halfway through round 2. Well, this could still go either way. 4 players for South Park available inside the mansion. Entire team of Snegiri is ready to take the fight to the enemy. They're down 2 respawns though.
And also, we can't forget that there is limited ammunition. They do have 6 magazines.
Oh, beautiful shot,
a long-distance shot.
What a beautiful shot. And you know what? This kind of sharp angle is really hard to hit. Okay, so down to 3 guys for South Park.
But it doesn't seem to matter too much because they're not able to advance.
Yeah.
Time is ticking.
Snegiri, which is bullfinches in English, they are a lot more careful in their advance. You can see they're not making any rash decisions like Kenny did the last round, running
but the thing is, it was heroic. It was awesome how he died, especially he just opened the door and got murdered.
Minus 1 more respawn for Snegiri, but this guy can still respawn back, I think. No, he's out. He's out of respawn.
And as you can see, Shawn, there's really only 2 points at which you can enter, which makes that little archway there very deadly. Very deadly.
Yeah, you got to use the hedgerows more. You see there's a little shack here on the left side of the map. You can use it as cover. But it's really small.
That was a pathetic grenade throw. What was he thinking? He couldn't even see his target.
That was terrible.
I don't know. These guys are just edging towards the archway. I don't think it's
basically what they're trying to do is, get some of the attention. Oh, there we go. Moving in, finally.
Behind the hedges.
Yep. Edges are good cover, but you need to duck down to use them. It's really hard to walk like that when you're ducking.
And when they're made out of wood, trust me, the pellets will not go through them.
They won't. Everything's made of wood here. Okay. Move towards the building.
Oh, did you see that throw? That went to the second story.
Doom is out. Down to 2 players for South Park. South Park's not looking pretty for South Park right now. Versus 4. But then again, they have the superior position.
And here's where the hesitation could kill them.
Yeah.
They got the panic, they had a grenade in, they got a kill, and now they're like, let's think about this.
Less than 2 minutes left on the clock.
Let me scratch my butt a little bit. Like, dude, you got to get in there when the confusion is there.
Yes, you got to press the advantage.
And now the defenders are perfectly set.
1 minute left.
Look at that.
Okay, Sviat. Now Snegiri doing the right thing. 3 guys stacked up against the window. This is how you want to be entering buildings at all times. Stacking up is the first thing. It's the first order of business. When you want to assault.
Okay, they're in assault, storming.
Okay. You see, Sviat is covering his. Okay, down to 1 player for South Park.
Now, I have to say, that was terrible defense. He had 3 guys on the stairs, like dominoes. He fell back. Even if you get killed, this isn't real life. He should have gone out there and just kept shooting. He could have taken out maybe 2 of them.
There's less than a minute left. Can they take out the last player of South Park? Ooh. One player down. 2 2 players dead for Snegiri, but they got the hostage. They got the hostage out. They got the hostage out. He's yelling, "Get behind me! Get behind me!" Okay, now they're falling back. The smart thing to do, you know.
And judge's decision.
Okay, so yes,
they got it.
They got it. Just a second.
I agree with
right on the money. Right on the money. Right on the money. Great show here. Wow. Okay, so basically we did a best of 3. So Snegiri did win, but they're gonna give a little redemption match or the redemption attempt for their opponents since they love him so much, apparently, or they either want to humiliate him more or something like that. So they're gonna go one more time, one extra bonus round.
The redemption round.
The redemption round. Yeah. So South Park's on the right. Kenny, the shorter captain. He's
you can see they even have their own special emblems using the South Park characters in dead form without copyright. So be careful. Parker and Stone could sue you, boys. All right.
But this is Russia, so maybe creators of South Park are not aware that Russia exists. Or something.
I personally don't even know whether to take it as a compliment or an insult. I actually wrote a book, and within the same day of it being published, it was already stolen online for free.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if people consider me to be that famous and important, or Russians are that good at pirating stuff. I don't know.
Bonus redemption round. Yeah. Team swap again. So Snegiri back inside the mansion. We've seen them defended. They did defend it well. Can South Park redeem themselves in the eyes of our viewers and prove that they are capable of taking down their most powerful rivals, Snegiri? What's funny is that in the finals of season 1, South Park did dominate Snegiri, but now it's the other way around.
Well, it might be the right scenario, the right training and experience. I'm not quite sure. I'm actually glad to be commentating this, Shawn, because
one guy down for South Park, 1 less respawn, so 4 extra lives left out of 5.
I'm very glad that I'm commentating this instead of participating, because I think I could get really humiliated. In my mind, I want to let Kenny run in there and be cool, but I'd probably just get killed by the swimming pool.
I think Kenny got in undetected behind the hedges there on the right side of the yard.
Well, Shawn, before the match, you were mentioning to me something about the size of players mattering, and actually, Kenny is very small and very sleek.
A beautiful grenade throw versus
the dead zone.
Yeah. Down.
Yes. Despite the fact that gray wall looks like a border zone, that is in play.
Yes,
you may throw grenades back there, and you may shoot back there.
Yeah. But everything to the brick walls around, is a play area.
But Shawn, you were saying that some of the players' heights can really affect their play style.
Yes, it is really important.
And Kenny is the shortest player, and did you say, who was the tallest? Was it Udav?
Udav, yeah. He's a really tall fella. And what's funny, he manages to be fast and yet big at the same time. He did take out a guy with a knife, a rubber knife at that, but still, a knife during the finals of season 2. That was beautiful.
Oh, unfortunately, I wasn't commentating that day. I would have loved to see that. I like a good melee kill. That is always a classic.
Every time I imagine you playing BattleArena, somehow imagine you wielding like an axe, a battle axe or something like that. That would be a perfect weapon for you.
Yeah, I mean,
and a bunch of throwing knives at that.
The throwing No. Throwing knives are for rogues.
Throwing axes. Grenade in the tunnel.
Did it go?
No. Nobody was hit. The shield blocked all the pellets from coming from the grenade.
Yes.
Okay, so what do we have here? 4 players for Snegiri. But they're defending. They're defending. So losing a single guy is not a big deal.
And as we were seeing on the last view, we were getting some shots from far away. You could tell he didn't have. The gun isn't really up to his face. What are you doing? Get the gun up to your face. You're never going to hit anything. Shooting from your cheek, not your eye.
He's just trying to put some pressure, pin the enemy down, as opposed to actually taking someone out. And then again, you get experience, shooting from the hip like this. The more you use your airsoft weapons, the more accurate you get with them, even without aiming down your sight. So there is some -1 more player for Snegiri. Down to 3 guys. We're halfway through the round 3, which is a bonus redemption round. Snegiri did win, so they got nothing to worry about.
I'd also just like to point out the realism of this scenario. I think those trees and the swimming pool are real. And so someone bought a real swimming pool just to do this. I respect that man. And they brought in real trees.
Yeah, that's a real swimming pool. Look at what Kenny's doing. He's doing something really crazy. He just outflanked the building, takes one player out for Snegiri. Oh, at the same time, Igor was pressing from the other side, but got himself shot. Whoa, which Kenny uses to take out one more player. Snegiri down a single player versus 4 of South Park. Oh, Kenny got himself shot, but he took out 2 guys.
But the main thing, yes, he used 1 life to get 2 lives in a scenario where there's 10 lives versus 5 lives. Man, that sounds like a fantastic deal to me.
Tolstoy Zol alone, that's a good trade-off. Tolstoy Zol alone inside the mansion against 3 guys. I think, South Park just respawned all their players. Oh my God, 5 on 1. Oh, grenade out for Tolstoy.
He's got to move.
He did move out of the way, but he's going to get himself exposed. Yes! And this is exactly what happened.
Oh, that was kind of a hopeless scenario. He couldn't run backwards. He had to run forwards, and there were 2 guys waiting for him. The best he could do is take 1 person out.
Now, apparently, South Park, they don't realize that they just took out every single player of Snegiri inside Mansion. There are no more left. And they got 5 people simply looking for, for a hostage, and apparently for more players. They don't know. They killed everybody.
This is where realism comes in, because in real life war, a bell doesn't ring when you clear a house.
Same thing with BattleArena.
Yeah, so we might actually get into some danger, as in the darkness, everyone's uniforms start to look the same.
Okay, shield guy through the window, not something I would do, but okay.
Okay, oh,
grenade! Oh! Wait. Did you see that? He got confused and he tossed the grenade inside the room thinking it was the enemy, but
oh my gosh.
What he ended up doing, he killed himself and 2 more of his teammates. 3 guys dead by a friendly grenade throw. Friendly fire is not so friendly today.
Guys, there's this thing called the Russian language. Use it. Why don't you try talking to each other? Holy moly, this is embarrassing for the champions.
3 guys by their own grenade. I mean, I can understand, you're trying to toss a grenade and you mess up and you kill yourself. There's the hostage.
I think he just actually asked if he was the hostage. The man wearing blaze orange.
But anyway, I can understand you messing up your grenade throw and killing yourself. That happens, okay? But killing 2 more of your teammates? I mean, come on, in a building that's unoccupied? Seriously.
Well, remember, it is a sport, and all that matters is the win, and that is a fantastic win for South Park.
Man, I cannot wait for season 3 of BattleArena because these guys will be going head to head against each other. And they're, champions of season 1, champions of season 2, some of the best of BattleArena so far. What do you think is going to happen judging from what you've seen today?
Well, I didn't get to participate in the 2nd season, Shawn, but in the 1st season there was not much siege warfare or storming of one side against another. So this actually is a little bit of an experimental episode, and I hope to see more of that in the future. I think that's a little bit more dynamic than the normal fights.
So we got a famous Russian celebrity, Mikhail Galustyan. He's a famous stand-up comedian.
Yes, he does many funny characters, including migrant worker, the most famous migrant worker in all of Russia.
Yeah, but funny thing is, he's actually also happens to be the president of Russia's Tactical Games Association. Surprisingly, a stand-up comedian. I've seen him play. He's badass for really fast for his size, really accurate with his weapon, and surprisingly good player. You never know, stand-up comedian, he's a deadly killer. Okay.
And just for the audience, he's presenting I believe it's a certificate regarding that this facility now passed the safety tests for the league.
Yeah.
Was that it? Yeah.
So. And it's going to be available for airsoft players, laser tag players, and and the like.
Great.
Yeah, that was a great show. South Park did redeem themselves. Commentating for your pleasure today was Tim KIRBY
and Shawn Gizatulin.
See you guys later
in the next battle.